Welcome back, dear students. So yesterday we have seen the changes in the budget line, and also we have seen the due to the price factors how it changes, isn't it? And also we have seen in the next video, which is nothing but preference of the consumers. So as a rational consumer, how he is going to prefer, how the preference takes place. Okay, such certain things we have discussed. So he might prefer first rank for the highest level of consumption goods and last rank for the lowest level of consumption goods. If highest level of consumption good is there, he is going to spend his entire amount of income with maximum unit of goods consumed, isn't it? Certain things we have discussed yesterday's class. So today we are going to speak on MRS, which is marginal rate of substitutions. Okay, and also we are going to speak today on the slope of the indifference curve and indifference map, which is most important. Okay, and let us see that whatever happens in the MRS and how it takes place. So we have in a economy we have two goods, which is x1 and x2, or good x and good y also we can say. So two goods having the levels of combinations of purchase, isn't it? So this I have already done in the second video or third video, I think third or fourth video, I think. Okay, with the starting of the second chapter. Okay, so I have also explained this things, which is combination of two goods, which is here. That is what we are discussing here, MRS, which is nothing but small change in what, good y, and small change in good x. So whatever the changes takes place will be considered as marginal rate of substitutions. Okay, so now let us see if a rational consumer in an economy, since he is very rational consumer, he is going to choose the goods based on the income what is being earned. So now what happens, he is purchasing 1 unit of good x, and 2 unit of good x, and 3 units of good x, and 4 units of good x, which means if you take good x only, he is increasing the level of consumption. So what does it happens according to the marginal rate of substitution? Okay, according to marginal rate of substitution, it diminishes. What diminishes? Every single whenever you consume the extra, your level of satisfaction will start decreasing, isn't it? See, for example, I eat one banana, I'll be happy. If I eat second banana, I'll be happy also. But what was the happiness I got in the first one, that I'll not get in the second one? It will decrease level of happiness. Third banana when I eat, once again I feel happy, but not that much happy what I got on first and second. And fourth banana when I consume, I'll not at all be that much happy that somehow I have had that banana. Okay, fine, I'll say. That means this happiness is going to decrease, which we call it as marginal rate of substitutions. Okay, so marginal rate of substitution diminishes with increase in number of bananas. Okay, so it is increase in number of bananas is taking place in good x. So at every single unit, whenever he is increasing, his rate of satisfaction is going down. Okay, it is what was in the original that will not be in the present. It changes at every single of unit. Okay, so as the number of banana with a consumer increases, see, it is increasing here, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, it is increasing. The marginal utility from this marginal utility, okay, from every single unit of consumption, the marginal utility from each additional banana will fall. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಸೇ, ಸರ್ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1, 2, 3, 4 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಹೌದು, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪುಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಸತಿ ಅವನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಅವನ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1, 2, 3, 4 ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ good x takes place like that. So as and when you increases the consumption level, the marginal utility derived from every additional consumption level will decrease. Understood? So next particular same thing happens in the good Y also. Similarly, with the fall in inequality, okay, with the fall in quantity of mangoes, with the fall in quantity of mangoes, good Y, the marginal utility derived from it increases. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ನಮಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತುಂಬ ಬೇಡಿಕೆನಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟು ಆದರೆ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಕೇರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ ಇನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಭಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಲು ಭಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೇನು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟು, ನನಗೆ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲು ಭಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ತಲ್ಲ ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇರಲಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ತೊಗೋತೀನಿ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್, ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ, ಇನ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ, ದಿ ಗುಡ್ ವೈ, ದ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್, ಇದರಿಂದ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು MRS ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬನಾನಾ ಹಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರು ಒಂದು ಬನಾನನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, ಸೊ ಬನಾನಾ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಗೂಡು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಗೂಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಎರಡೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇರೋ ಇನ್ಕಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಗೂಡ್ ವೈ gives rise to MRS ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, marginal rate of substitution. Understood? So with increase in banana, consumer has to sacrifice. He has to sacrifice. Okay, so here increase is taking place, here sacrificing is taking place. Okay, has to sacrifice few amount of mangoes. So he is sacrificing here first unit in the second unit consumption ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 3 unitsನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟಿಂದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 2 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ MRS ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಿ, MRSನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳತೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ವೈ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್. Delta is what? Small change in Y good, small change in Y good, small change in X good. Okay, so whatever the small changes takes place, that reflects as an MRS. So here everywhere small change is taking place. 15 minus 12 is 3, and again 12 minus 10 is 2, again 10 minus 9 is 1. So these are the changes is taking place in delta Y. Same thing happens the changes in delta X. What is that? Here it is increasing. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, it is increasing. So whenever this changes happens, this is going to increase. Okay, so this is increasing, this is sacrificing. Okay, so that is a point here they are explaining. And next, after that, again one more explanation is here point. Let us see what is that continuation. Table says that from point A to B the consumer sacrifice 3 mangoes, isn't it? From A to B, consumer is ready to sacrifice 3 units of mangoes. So this is mango, this is banana. Okay, so 3 units is ready to sacrifice. Next, in the 1 unit with 1 unit increase in banana, and from B to C 2 mangoes he is sacrificing for again 1 unit of banana. So again 1 unit there is increasing here. So again 2 units of sacrifice takes place. So like this it continues from 3 to 4 when he is going to purchase, and he is ready to sacrifice again 1 unit of what is that, mango for this. So this is nothing but we call it as rate of sacrificing nature. So MRS can be calculated. I have shown here in this combinations. See here, it is nothing but change in delta y divided by delta x, which leads to the MRS. So what is change here? It is a change. So every change is taking place here, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, isn't it? For every, this is x good and this is y good. So every time there is an increase in 1 unit. So every 1 unit of product purchase, so much amount of goods is been sacrificed. Okay. So what is the so much amount? From 3 units to 2 units, 2 units to 1 units. Okay. Certain amount of goods is been sacrificed, and this is gain, sacrificing and gain. So MRS is a rate at which one commodity is substituting for the other, isn't it? So this commodity, okay, for this commodity to consume, this is sacrificing. Okay, so this is sacrificing. So this is what happens, and thus it is clear that consumer sacrifices smaller and smaller quantity of mangoes on good Y for each additional unit of banana, isn't it? Every smaller, see, from 3 to 2, 2 to 1, it is going down. That means smaller and smaller he is going to sacrifice. Okay, for every single unit of addition of bananas. Okay, so that becomes 3:1 ratio, 2:1 ratio, 1:1 ratio. So this is about MRS, marginal rate of substitution. So next we have indifference curve, indifference map. Okay, so what is that? Let us see. Yes, this is also I have spoke. Yes, once again I will have a overview on these things. Okay, so indifference map. So what do you mean by indifference map? As I said you, if a consumer is completely indifferent, wherever you take that consumer, he will not change. Okay, so same thing happens in the indifference map also. So it is a family of indifference curve, we can say. Why it is called as family of indifference curve? Because you have different indifference curves. Okay, this is indifference curve 1, this is indifference curve 2, and this is indifference curve 3. So compared to first to the second and second to the third, there is lot of changes is there, and satisfaction level also changes. This will be the low level satisfaction when you compare to this. Okay, so and this will be lower level satisfaction when you compare to this. That means this is maximum level of satisfaction curve, we can say. So indifference map, it is a combination of different indifference curves. Okay, so what is indifference map? It is a combination of different indifference curves. Okay, be very clear, it is a different indifference curves. Okay, so that means how it is different indifference curve, we can say. So let us take in consideration that this is good x and this is good y. Okay, on the x axis and the y axis. So we have drawn, this is the first IC1, which is indifference curve 1, this is indifference curve 2, and this is indifference curve 3. So we have mentioned certain points here, which is A, B, C, A dash, B dash, C dash, A2 or B2 and C2. Okay, or A1, B1 and C1, like that also you can take. Okay, so and also we have put one particular line, because why this line is put means, consider from this to this is lesser than this satisfaction, and this is lesser than this curve in the level of satisfaction. That means this is having highest level of satisfaction. So satisfaction level keeps on increasing. Okay, it depends based on the preference and taste of the consumers. So whenever the taste and preferences changes, his satisfaction level also changes, isn't it? So what is the points of indifference map says? Let us see. Okay, all points on the indifference curve represents the bundles of goods consumed. So this is point, this is point, this is point, this is point, this is point. It is nothing but bundles of goods being consumed. How many bundles they have used, how many bundles they have consumed. Okay, so point A, B, C of an indifference curve IC1 will have same level of satisfaction because they lie on the same curve. As I said you earlier, whatever the personality a person might be, if you take him any of the hotel, okay, the level of satisfaction remains same because you want to have lunch, that's it. You want to fill his stomach, that's it. So at that lunch time he is going to consume only the lunch. Same thing here, consumers are indifferent in nature. So since they are indifferent in nature, wherever you give the consumer the consumption levels on a single indifference curve becomes same level of satisfaction. Satisfaction level will be here also same, satisfaction level will be here also same, but the goods what they have consumed will be different. Whatever the goods they have consumed will be different. Some might eat chapati and rice, some might eat ragi ball and rice, okay, some might eat like roti curry and rice. Okay, so these are different consumers, they are rational in nature and they are consuming their goods. Okay, but all are being filled up with the stomach. That means these consumers, they consume different varieties of goods, but their level of consumption or the satisfaction levels remain same since they are lying on the same indifference curve. Okay, same thing applies to the second curve also. You have different points and different consumers are there, or consumption levels are there, different consumption levels are there, and they will be having same level of satisfaction. Okay, so that is a point. Then in the same way, A dash, B dash and C dash also, okay, points will also have the same level of satisfaction. So everywhere they will be having same level of satisfaction, but two indifferent curves will also have different level of satisfaction. See, this is one indifference curve and this is one more indifference curve. This and this will not have same level of satisfaction. Please understand, this curve and this curve will not have same level of satisfaction. The satisfaction level will change. Here it is 10, 11 consumption level, but in B dash it is 10, 12 is there, which means here might be the first good consumption is 10 only, but what about the second good? It has increased, isn't it? That means this is getting greater level of satisfaction compared to this. So two different, these are different indifference curve will not have same level of satisfaction. Okay, it will differ. Okay, so like A dash and A dash is not having the same level of satisfaction. Yes, A and A dash is not having same level of satisfaction. B and B dash also is not having same level of satisfaction. Hence we call it as a monotonicity. We have seen, isn't it? Monotonicity means anything, one product or one good which is having the extra level of consumption, we call it as highest preferences. Okay, so that becomes a monotonic. Okay, so this is nothing but monotonicity also we can say. Okay, so this is about indifference map. Okay, so nothing much about the indifference map. The simple thing you should understand like this, and I have put here, it is nothing but greater signs we have put. IC1 is lesser than IC2, isn't it? Because this combination is different and this combination is different. Okay, so this is lesser than this, and IC2 is lesser than IC3. This is IC2 and this is IC3. So this is smaller than this. See here it is 11 and 15. Here it is 10 and 12. So this is monotonic preference. That means highest level of preference has taken place here. Highest level of satisfaction is there in this curve. Okay, compared to these two. Okay, hence IC3 is greater than IC2 and IC, what is that, 1. Okay, it is greater than IC2 and IC1, IC3. So this is about indifference map. Next we are going to see, it is about, what is that, slope of indifference curves. Okay, so and also we can also see that features of indifference curve in that. Okay, so how the things have been changed. So indifference curve slope downwards from left to the right. Yes, see, it is sloping from left, your left to your right. Okay, this is indifference curve. It is sloping from left to the right, and lot of changes we can see here. So if you consider two particular points, x1 and x2 are the two goods, okay, consuming goods, and they are having the different level of satisfactions. Okay, so they're same level of satisfaction, not different level of satisfaction. Okay, since they are lying on one single indifference curve, but there is a sacrificing nature of good is there. Okay, so as I said you, MRS, marginal rate of substitution, takes place here. Okay, so as and when you are purchasing 1 unit of good, okay, of X good, here you have to sacrifice which 2 units of what is that good 2. So this is what happens. This sacrificing nature leads to the curve to go to the downwards, from upward to the downwards it moves. Okay, so that is the main reason we are saying left to the right the curve is moving, sloping downwards. Okay, so this is what happens. So what is the point? Let us see. The curve slopes from left to the right, is convex to the origin. Yes, this is called convex to the origin. So this is the origin and it is convex in nature. If the curve has come like this, we call it as convex. If the curve has come like this, means like this, semicircle like this, we call it as concave. So it is not concave, it is convex to the origin. Okay, and there is an inverse relation between good x and good y, hence it is slope from left to right, isn't it? Inverse relation, how? You know, one it is increasing, another should decrease. So this part is increasing and this part is decreasing, this part is increasing and this part is decreasing. That means horizontal axis, which we call it as good x, is increasing. For every single increase there is few amounts of decrease is there, few amount of decrease is there, isn't it? So that is what we say here very clearly, that is inverse relationship we call. Good x is inversely related to good y. Okay, or good x1 is inversely related to good x2, we can say. Okay, so that inverse relation from where it came from? It came from MRS. Small change in x will reflect the small changes in y also. Okay, so that is x1 plus delta x1, x2 plus delta x2. That means small change in x, which is delta x1, okay, small change in x2, which is delta x2. Okay, so both the small changes gives rise to the slope of indifference curve. Okay, slope of indifference curve, understood? So that is a point here, and here all combination gives same level of satisfaction. Yes, as I said you just now, in the indifference map, whatever the point you give here, whatever the combination, let it be, but all the combinations which are lying on single indifference curve will give same level of satisfaction. Okay, next, for having same level of satisfaction, good y has to sacrifice with good x. That is true. So this is good y and that is good x, or you can say this is x2 good and this is x1 good. X2, x1, it is sacrificing. Whenever there is an increase, there is a decrease. There is increase, there is sacrifice. There is increase, there is sacrifice. Okay, so this is about the slope of indifference curve. Okay, sloping from left to the right. Next, you have higher indifference curve gives higher level of satisfaction. This you don't have in the textbook, in the new changes in the textbook, but still I have also explained earlier. Once again I'll explain still. Okay, this one. So higher indifference curve gives greater level of satisfaction. So you have seen just now the indifference map. Every single curves are there, IC1, IC2, IC3. Okay, if you consider it is 10, it is 20, it is 30. Okay, 3 indifference curves. Okay, so this gives greater level of satisfaction. Okay, since it is 30, this gives greater level of satisfaction, and this gives 20, this is greater level of satisfaction than 10. Okay, so here the combination, it shows very clearly A, B, C are the 3 combinations where they are keeping mango as constant. From year to year it is 10 units. Okay, 10 units. From year to year it is 10 units, and they are making that 10 units as constant, keeping the good y as constant, which is called as mango, and they are consuming the banana. Okay, the level of banana. So the level of banana is increased at every single levels. So for 1 unit of banana, okay, the 10 unit of sacrificing nature is there for mango. Again, when once again the increase of the banana has taken place, again 10 units sacrifice is there. That means same, it is not changing. Whereas banana, it is increasing. That means higher the level of increase of the goods, greater the level of satisfaction takes place. That's it. Nothing beyond that we have to discuss here. So that is what we say, that as and when it increases the level of consumption, it gives greater level of satisfaction. Okay, and yeah, according to that graph, which is at a higher indifference curve graph, the explanation part, it is same as I said you now. Considering different combination ABC of banana and mango, combination ABC consists of same quantity. As I said you, 10 units is there is no change. Okay, but different quantities of banana it is been consumed. Okay, since combination B has more bananas, see, A to B, B to C, it was the combination, it was changes is there. I'll show you once again. Okay, see here, since A to B, B to C, changes is there in banana, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3 is there. So that because of that reasons, what happens, what happens, B will have the higher level of satisfaction than A, and C will have the higher level satisfaction than B, isn't it? So C combination will have higher level of satisfaction than B, and also it lies on the higher indifference curve. Okay, so that is the reason we call it as higher the indifference curves gives greater level of satisfaction. Next particular feature of indifference curve is two indifference curve never intersect. Okay, so that thing we will discuss in the point in the next class. That means two indifference curve never intersect means it will be having a two different units. That we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.